All right, so this is the continuation of episode 5 where we're going to talk about resistance training with load,
Mm-hmm.
meaning we're going to be using the barbell, kettlebell, and dumbbell. And in this segment, we're going to address the core, the inner
Yep.
unit. So the first thing for the barbell, let's
Mm-hmm.
talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which exercise would you use with the barbell to address your core?
Okay. So first off, let's talk about what the core for, just for a split second. Core is pretty much everything from like mid thigh up to like your neck and down, front and back, right?
Hmm.
That's core.
Front and back, he said. Yep.
Yeah, front and back. So with the barbell, you could throw a couple of bumper plates on each side, the ones that roll are smooth and they're rubber,
Hmm.
and you could do an ab rollout.
Hmm.
Okay. So that ab rollout could be done a few different ways.
Very, yes.
Both hands, boom, hands in the center, boom, one hand, and the other hand is in a push-up position, excuse me. So now as you're going down, you're doing a push-up one hand, coming back up.
See that landmine.
Yeah. But now you're doing this you're doing all this from your knees are on the ground, or for that last one, you would be literally in a push-up position.
Right.
And then there's another one that's a little tricky. Now you're be in that same push-up position with the bar here at the level. Again, you're on the ground, and what you would do is you would rotate.
Ooh.
You would rotate. That's how you get those obliques in there, and you get some of those lats in there as well too.
Yeah, the pushing out and then the forcing it
Yep.
back to center.
There you go.
Ooh.
And then one of the ones I used to do, which was my favorite, is I would roll out, bring it back in, do a press, bring it down, roll out, bring it back in, and then I would stand up like a deadlift, and then go back down.
Compound.
And then you repeat like that's total body. You could even add, like, for example, with that same thing, I just did 2 different movements with the press and then with the stand up, and then you could even roll out and add a little bit of twist in there too. So that barbell is brutal. If you don't got much time, you do a little warm up for the mobility.
Right.
Get right into that barbell, and you can even mix that with like a pull up or something as well too. You do about 8 rounds of that.
He said 8 rounds.
That's all you need.
Woo. Yo, 8 rounds, bro.
Yo, with like a 30-second break.
Fair enough.
Yeah, 30-second break in between each round.
He's gonna make a man out of y'all.
That's
That's facts.
Yo, I'm telling you.
So I love the variations we broke down there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we captured that one well.
Absolutely.
All right. So let's get into the kettlebell.
Yes.
So
excellent. Well, I'm gonna say this. We probably talked about kettlebells a few times. I'm not really a fan of kettlebells.
Okay.
I'm just not. I'm gonna be honest with you. But they have their time in the sun. My homie loves them. I'm sure you like them.
The time in the
sun. It's not my cup of tea. I'm gonna just say that off rip today. Finally said it.
Yo, the truth shall set you free. He feels free.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Okay,
bro.
Go ahead. We can go to the kettlebells now. Go ahead.
So the kettlebell, I first learned it with the Turkish get up.
Yeah.
So basically, it's that first portion of it where you're in that position like this,
and
you're gonna go up into that sit-up position. That's a great core exercise. If you do it for like, let's say 10 to 15 reps, and you come back down slowly every time on purpose. So
now let me ask you this real quick. Why would people want to come down slowly?
So this way you're firing the right muscles and also working on the eccentric portion of the loading.
Yeah.
Right? It's not always about the concentric portion, which I think everybody thinks is how you develop your core.
Yeah.
It's the stretching and going down slowly, under load, under tension, is how you actually develop those tears that you want to get to. Micro tears, not those big tears.
Yeah. Micro tears. Because the muscle fibers, you can correct me on this if I'm wrong, they almost work like Velcro, right? With the sarcomere and so on and so forth. But when they're coming off, boom versus going on, it takes more energy to maintain that slowness when they're coming off.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, however you want to view the fucking muscle fibers working, you know what I'm saying? So, eccentric, concentric. Eccentric, concentric. And when you work them in that eccentric, you get the more of the tears in there.
The tears. So hopefully you guys utilize going slow through your movement, because I had a client yesterday. This is a core exercise that's body weight, but it gives you that impression where we're trying to get to. I told her to do a seated V up. So this is a gymnast exercise where they have their feet together and normally go up. But I told her to have her feet split. So she said, Rick, everything on the adductors she was feeling lit up. And I said to her, okay, you hold for 5 seconds, right? But don't come crashing down.
Yeah.
Hold for 5 seconds, come down slowly. And obviously it became a moderate exercise to a high degree of intensity when you take your time with it.
Change the game up.
So that's that first portion with the kettlebell.
Yeah.
There's another variation with the Turkish get up that requires you to have grip. And I was kind of bringing it to your attention.
Yeah.
By having the kettlebell, instead of it resting on your forearm, have the bottoms up. So you're holding, so like this is the horns, and then this is the bell right here. And holding that.
It's called horns?
Yeah.
Okay. Kettlebell people.
I love this.
Oh my God, the horns. Go ahead.
So close up on the rolling of the eyes.
Just call it the handle. You know what I'm saying? Here's the handle and here's the fucking butt of it.
The bell.
Yeah, the bell. It's the kettle, this is the bell.
I'm dead, bro.
They called it horns.
So
I never knew that.
So that's the kettlebell. And going bottoms up is actually a great degree of difficulty because you're requiring so much work from your grip, but also stability from your shoulder. And that's the reason why we try to do exercises that bring versatility with my training, just so that you can utilize your core and understand that there's intelligence behind of it. So
100%.
Yeah.
200%.
Now, the last thing we're going to cover in this core unit is the dumbbell. What exercises we can use with the dumbbell.
So the dumbbell is a good one. So, and remember this too, though. Some things you can do with the dumbbell, you can also do with the kettlebell, right? And vice
catch the rolling of the eyes.
And vice versa, though, right? So, but with the dumbbell, we're talking about the core movements, right?
Yep.
So you could go from a plank position, have the dumbbells in your hands, or one in hand and one not, and you can do what we call a renegade row, where while stabilizing your body, keeping it in that strong plank position, you just pull it up like you would a regular row. And then from there, you can also do a bear plank row, right? Where this is what I call it. Somebody may call it something else, but you just bring the knees up and you're like in a tabletop position, and then you would just do the same row. Because you could do a row from that, you could do an upright raise, you could do a side raise, you can even take the dumbbells and have them in both hands. You can do a push up with them from that position, back up, and then a row on each side, and then there's just all these variations.
This is all compound movement he's bringing up to you too.
And also, and we're talking about core, right? With the kettlebell.
Well, dumbbell.
I'm sorry. I said, see, kettlebell is just seeping into my brain. No, we're talking about the core. So the pull through, again, you're in the same plank position. You have the kettlebell to the side here, and you would pull it here, and then pull it back in. So you pull it this way, and then you would pull it this way, and that would be 1 rep. So 1, you know what I'm saying? 2,
right?
Or you can also pull it up and then down while you're in that plank position.
And the thing we're focusing with core is that there's stability being created, not just from the leg, but that opposite arm that's holding your weight up, which gives us that anti-rotation that we're looking to reinforce here in this training.
100%.
So it's incredible to use the plank position, but then you'll also utilize that bear position that we're talking from too. I think both of those will allow you to see where you are with your core strength. And if you really want to test it, put a plate
on your back,
lower back. So let's say a 5-pound plate, 2.5-pound plate, put that on your back and see if you can keep that plate steady as opposed to it lopsiding and dropping off. All right, so for our last segment, we're going to cover the full body aspect of training with resistance, with loads. So we're going to be utilizing the barbell, the kettlebell, and the dumbbell. And B Dizzle's gonna break down some exercises he sees done and performed well with the barbell.
Now this is barbell total body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'll just go over a few that I mentioned earlier with the rollout to snatch.
Right.
And then a random one is you probably won't be able to do this with a super heavy load, but you can do a rollout, come back in, keep that weight about chest level. You can push it out this way because you're gonna have to. It's gonna force you to stabilize everything. You have to be stable in your legs, your core, your back, your chest, your traps, your neck muscles. You got to be stable in everything to hold that right there.
Sheesh.
With a nice little load. Now you're probably using some
65,
some
10,
tens on
right.
each side. You know what I'm saying? Boom. That's the lightest it'll go unless you use the 5 repper. But those don't roll the same. You know what I'm saying? It's they kind of bend. But out and then back in, and then back down and just repeat that movement.
That is a shoulder light up.
Yeah. Or if you want to really get, into some new age stuff, you can hold the bar long ways with it on your trap here.
Okay.
So you would go down into a squat. I used to do these all the time. You go down to a squat, come up, switch shoulders with it, go down to another squat, come up.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So you're getting shoulders, you're getting core, legs, you're getting everything in there.
Everything.
Yeah.
Every fiber has to be used.
Yeah, everything got to be used for that. Back, everything. And you can even, go up on your toes and then back down so you get more calves in there.
So you get the full triple extension out of that.
There you go.
Triple extensions, ankle, hip, and shoulder.
So that's when you come up, calves, and then back down. Up on the toes, back down. Up on the toes, back down. Yeah.
This is athlete stuff.
That one. And it teaches you how to unilaterally be strong. So that's each individual side.
Can be independently strong.
There you go.
Put you all together.
And then when you put those together, man, you become an unstoppable beast.
Let's go.
Boom, 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 boom.
And obviously he took you guys to like the pinnacle stuff. The things for the general population, like we look to teach you guys is clean, shoulder press, squat. Those are normally what you're going to find in a compound movement with the barbell, right? Or even like a deadlift row. Barbell complex.
That's a really good one. Deadlift row. Yeah.
See, so like he will give you the pinnacle stuff, but we'll help you with the foundation.
I forgot about the foundation of stuff. And we just talked about this too. So do with the row, and I'm like, all right, cool. I go right to the pinnacle shit.
Hey, we gotta
do a backflip, and anyway,
is you have experience up there,
a little bit.
I think that's important to showcase as well. What it takes to get up there, right? You have to have that core strength. And since he already admitted to you guys he don't like the kettlebell, I'm gonna go ahead and bring a.
Did you? I thought you brought one in here. Right? Yeah, I got this kettlebell in here. Oh, dude.
Yo, you think I'm bringing props in here? Yo? He said we got props for it. So with the kettlebell, I want to bring the hip swing to you guys as a total body workout. Anybody that's ever done like a certification like Strong First or RKC, you will be doing at least 100 swings in a session.
Hold up. So we used to do a challenge where you had to do 10,000 swings in 10 days.
In 10 days, wow.
So it's 1,000 swings a day. So in 10 days, I think the best I finished it was in 6 days. 10,000.
10,000 reps. Yo, he got that written on his body language.
It's brutal, man. Like,
this is dumbbell or kettlebell?
Kettlebell. Fucking kettlebell.
He don't want to admit it, but he did.
Yeah, but again, I'm not saying they're not challenging, but I just.
So what kilo could you remember utilizing?
I remember doing 28 and above. Yeah,
I think maybe grown man stuff.
Maybe the first time I did it with 24. But I remember staying with 28 and above.
If y'all wanted to calculate 28 times 2.2, that's the weight he was utilizing for 10,000 reps. Are you kidding?
And that's
6 days.
And that's not even the weight we finished with though, because as you go on, you got to be a douchebag. You're like, no, I can do more. And it got to the 40 kilogram, something like 42. Oh God, I don't know what I was thinking.
I can salute this man because
And I was older than 32. My fault. Go ahead.
older than 32.
Older than 30. Like I was over my 30 hump age. I forgot.
Got you.
Yeah, because I remember I started at that spot when I was older than 30. So anyway.
See, that's respect to aging gracefully, right? You're able to still push your body through a task and succeed.
It was brutal.
I get it.
Yeah.
So hip swings, as he can just tell you guys now, it's brutal and it's a total body workout. It's not just your upper body, not just your legs, not just your core. Everything is getting lit up. And there's plenty of variations we can work from. Both feet on the ground, right? One heel off the floor, single arm, both arms. So
and tossing it, catching it.
Have
you seen that before?
I do those.
Oh, this guy. Cut to a video of him doing that. We got to put that on here.
Done.
Yeah.
So, that's what we like to do with as far as a total body workout with the kettlebell. So moving along, we're going to get to the dumbbell. So a dumbbell exercise that's full body would be dumbbell snatch. So the way we teach it is that you're down here with the dumbbell between your feet, and you're going to act like you're pulling up a zipper.
That's a good one.
By the time it gets to where it's your chin level, that's when you're going to start to bring the elbow underneath and then completely finish that momentum and punch all the way up. Like he took the cue.
It looked like you pulling out the Joker gun from that Batman movie.
Right.
The revolver. He was just like, boom.
It took him this whole time going, wow. That's another cue you can use.
That was hilarious.
Just pull out your Joker gun.
Yeah, pull out your Joker gun.
So
they got to be older to get that reference, though.
You know, they've definitely brought it to this generation, though.
Because that's
it's DC.
It's DC, but it's a classic movie. Tim Burton did that one.
Tim Burton.
Yeah. Tim Burton Batman.
Sheesh. So the dumbbell snatch is one example that you can use. We see squat thrusters, right? You could do like a burpee and then come up and do a squat thruster where you go into a squat and you still press the weight
total
up.
Body with the dumbbells?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can do it. I mean, again, you got variations out of that because you could do a squat thruster with a twist.
Right. So you go on one leg and go up.
Squat thruster with a twist single arm.
Mm.
Yeah, but you're twisting at the top.
So you rotate. Yeah. For all the golfers, tennis players, anybody that does any rotation seriously, you would definitely utilize that exercise. So, all right. So we're closing episode 5. We're talking about resistance training with load. We used the barbell, kettlebell, and dumbbell. We spoke about the lower body, the upper body, the core, and the full body aspect of training. So we'll be getting ready for episode 6, where we're looking to dive into some recovery talk. So
yes, important.
If you go back to episode 4 in his Joker shirt, we mentioned it, man. He was feeling it that day. So.
Oh my God, still am.
So we appreciate you guys being here with us. Do you have anything you want to close out and let them know? We got something funny to
I'll say this, and I used to say this all the time when talking to people about personal training. If you get to your goal, if you don't like your new body, we'll give you your old one back.
How are you gonna get that back, bro? What?
I used to say that all the time.